All right.
Yes, Officer Brown did do this to me in El Dorado County, Deputy Sheriff, beneath Sheriff DeAugustini and his orders. I really don't believe that when they say they knew nothing about my WordPress or anything I was doing, and then having all the meetings for it. I just don't believe that he didn't know anything about it or what their plan was to sexually assault me and use me as bait, I believe, in an attempt to murder my husband and then murder me. Because right after this incident happened, when I said I was going to go tell, we got pulled over by the California Highway Patrol. And I was not pulling over on the freeway because I know what they do to people they pull over on the freeway if they don't like them. They'll shut it down and shoot them. So I went and told and said I was going to get in trouble for this, reporting this incident. And I reported it anyways because I don't think male cops should go around sexually assaulting women.
After you reported it, did they make up a criminal case on you that didn't exist to try to put you into unlawful slavery?
Yes.
You and your husband?
They made up a case on both of us April 12th of 2013, the day my husband got off parole, at a church. We went there to eat and go across the state line. That was, I believe, for reporting this to the whole wide world, the governor, the FBI, U.S. Marshals, President Obama, senators, anybody and everybody I could think of, I reported it to. And they made up a case on us. They took us to trial. 4 days incarcerated, 97 days incarcerated, no compensation whatsoever after we got acquitted.
Did your husband do any in-house violations in there? Like rule violations in jail?
No.
Then how come he was held in a maximum security unit where everyone else is being disciplined for in-house violations?
I believe Sergeant Lane is the person to blame for all that. She used to be Sergeant Christensen when both of us were incarcerated back in '96, and she got married and had her name changed. And I believe she has some vendetta against our family name and my husband for some reason. But yes, Sergeant Lane is involved in the corruption, the abuse, and the unlawful treatment of inmates, including my husband, refusing a medical treatment.
How much incarceration time were they trying to give you on this made-up case that they lost?
Between the both of us, it was approximately 10 years unlawful slavery they were trying to give both of us.
Were they ever punished by the FBI or the federal courts or by anybody for this?
No, and the only civil lawyer in the state, Stuart Katz, well known, wouldn't even take our case.
Did he yell at you?
He yelled at me, he cussed me out. I've never talked to this man in my life. I told the secretary my name and he yelled at me. He said, "Don't you ever effing call here again, you effing B." And I just tried to tell him the situation. He said, "Don't effing call me anymore," and hung up on me, and then he wouldn't answer the phone anymore. That's what Stuart Katz did.
Would any other lawyer that you called take the case in California?
Nope.
Why?
None. Because they said Stuart Katz, they'd have to talk to Stuart Katz and see if Stuart Katz would let them take the case. And when we talked to them after that, he said, "Well, Stuart Katz said, I can't take the case, so I'm not taking the case."
Okay, now on your sign right here, it says caught on 3 cameras, audio, and suppressed by California Judge Wagner. That was in People versus Bellew. That's Belyew. It's on YouTube, right? You could Google it, can't you?
Google it. It goes to the WordPress. It's case number P13CRF0207.
People versus Blue. Okay, in that case, all three volumes of the whole trial transcripts are on there. And what did this Judge Wagner do by suppressing it? Why did he do that? Why do you suppress the sexual assault that Deputy Brown did on you with Elledge and Sargent, those two deputies?
I believe because he was involved in the corruption and trying to harm our family and to murder my husband because he stole my husband's car back in, what was the year?
1995.
Stole my husband's car in 1995 and my husband told on him for it, and ever since then it's always been Wagner trying to keep him from doing anything. It's all corruption, it's all retaliation. Retaliation.
Well, back in 1995, Judge Wagner was Deputy District Attorney Wagner. That was in one of your husband's cases. That's how he got his hands on the car. He went on to privately owned property without a seizure warrant, and he towed it, literally towed it off there and off that property and went and sold it at an auction.
Illegally.
A judge ordered that he give my vehicle back to me. And of course he did not. That order is still there today.
And the car's been gone.
Why does it keep saying shielded by FBI on all the stuff?
We went to the FBI.
Everything
and
says that.
Told them on June 6, 2012 what the parole office was doing illegally, what the cops were doing illegally, what everybody was doing illegally. And what was his name? The first FBI agent we spoke with, Wesley Drone, just listened to us and told us to go find, if somebody's harassing us or stalking us, to go move to a different location. So we did, went to a campsite that night. The next day, Parole Agent Wiener was in a panic attack mode, saying, but we're cool, right? We're cool, right? You know, I ain't done nothing to you, right? Had all these people from the tribe calling up. Kay started referring to herself as Auntie Kay, which she's never done in her life.
And she's not none of our aunt.
Not my aunt. And
start acting out of character.
She's acting totally out of character, saying, but we love you. I love you. Never heard any of them say anything like that before. That night we got to our campsite and some people tried to kill us using a chemical gas agent where I almost passed out, couldn't breathe, my chest was burning, my lips were burning. They were trying to kill us, they were trying to gas us. I couldn't use my vehicle to escape in fear that there was a device on it, which we already found out. They would lock the doors and the windows and we couldn't steer or get out of our vehicle. So we ran on foot, went to the FBI office that next day, which was the first one was June 4th, I believe, and the next day was June 6th when we talked to some...
Of what year?
2012. So it was June 4th and June 6th. We talked to some other FBI agent with a cockatoo hairdo, and all he did was laugh at us and accuse us of being on drugs, which we weren't, and we demanded a blood draw on the site, and he refused and said, cops don't do that, you guys are on drugs, get out of here and don't ever come back. So we left. After the sexual assault, I went back to the FBI and they refused to let me in the gate. The security guard laughed at me and said, you're not getting in here.
Okay, now on here, on your sign, it says California, it's sanctioned and shielded by California Governor Brown. Well, now what about California Governor Brown? How did he do that?
Well, we went to his office the first time to report the abuse, filled out the paper, gave it to the CHP officer in there, and kept calling via phone and emails to ask what's the status on the meeting. Are we going to be able to get seen? For over a month we did that, and they just said, we're not going to see you, he's not going to see you. And then we went there the second time and filled out another paper, which is on YouTube under World's Dumbest Cop Criminal Perpetrator Governor Brown or something like that. It's on there. That was our second visit, and he refused to see us and refused to see us and refused to see us. Oh, it's your turn.
Okay. Now, what about, it says on there, it is sanctioned and or shielded by President Obama. Okay, now what about that?
We have been sending him letters via email, via the United States Post Office. We sent him 3 telegrams.
Let me get that. Hold on.
All which were ignored.
YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
First telegram to Obama ignored. Second telegram to Obama ignored. Third telegram to Obama ignored. So you could just type that into YouTube and it'll come up about
everything we've been reporting.
Yep.
To everybody.
Oh, and so now you're at the White House where he's at, right?
Yep.
At
trying to get something done about this
place,
which is nationwide. It's nationwide corruption.
Did you email Obama?
Yes, I did. Okay, so now we're gonna do some demonstrating here.
They call it.
Yeah, they call it demonstrating now.
Yeah.
Is the word to use. So.
Oh, look who's here with us.
We will be demonstrating.
Adrian, look at.
And here's our mascot that's traveled across the nation and endured timeless abuse over and over, and it's all on YouTube. World's Dumbest Cop Criminals. And he was kidnapped and held in an animal shelter and abused while he was in the animal shelter. Out of the cameras in an outside cage with no food or water, period. And he flinches a lot now, which he never used to do.
What town was that in?
Jasper County.
In Jasper County, Iowa. And they claim that our dog was violent, and our dog has traveled across the U.S. since he was 4 weeks old. And our dog has always been around people and has never bit no people. So if he was being violent, he had to be being hit and abused and stuff like that. And now he's all flinchy and skittish. Yep.
So now we're gonna start our demonstration, and I guess just sit out here. It's a beautiful day. It's about to rain.
This is
That's
our
cool.
government in the
Thunder.
United States of America.
Yeah.
So
Wonderful.
nice. So beautiful.